Hey there everyone, it is another magical day, and today is the perfect day to answer your specific questions about Disney and the current status of the park. I want to thank everyone for sending in such fantastic questions. It means a tremendous amount. I'm going through as many as possible, but if I missed your question, don't worry, we'll have live streams and more Q&As in the future. Let's jump right in. The first question comes from Disney Magic for Life. This is a hard one, but if you can only choose one, would it be Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party? For me, it's Halloween because of the costume. If I could only choose one, it's Halloween, but I love them both. I really do. I want to go to both of them. Next up, when do I think the parks may open back up? It's a really good question. I know a lot of friends had this question. At this point, it's evolving. We don't know when it will open up. If I was to say a date, it would be a complete guess just because we have no idea what is next for the virus. Will it just kind of, a lot more people will get infected, or will it start to die down? We don't know. We really don't. All I know is that Disney's watching extremely carefully to find that right time to open the parks back up. What is something you wish Disney World has that Disneyland has? Now, I'm going to say this in terms of is going to have as well. The Avengers campus is extremely exciting to me. I really like the Avengers. I'm looking forward to experiencing that campus when it opens up. I really wish we could get Avengers here at Walt Disney World. That would be amazing, especially for a future park if we had one, but that would be fantastic. What is your favorite song or music from a Walt Disney World park attraction? Very good question. From an attraction, not a land, okay? Just the attraction. The classic Figment soundtrack, really in my mind, but of course Carousel of Progress comes to mind every single time. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. What is your favorite cruise excursion? A very good question. It's actually those original jet skis that David and I took at Castaway Cay. The singles jet ski that you could kind of take yourself. That was the best excursion we have ever experienced. I miss them. I really, really do. I want to do those jet skis again. Which one of the permanently closed rides do you miss most? You miss Horizons, and I can totally understand that one. Again, I'm going to say Figment. I love the original Figment, but while we're on that topic, I do want to mention Great Movie Ride. Great Movie Ride, I'm missing it. Oh my gosh, I miss it. I think of the Indiana Jones scene. That's the one that comes to mind for me. I love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, don't get me wrong, but yeah, Great Movie Ride, yes. I have reservations for Walt Disney World April 10th. What do you think about my chances are that it could get canceled? At the time of filming, we still don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, it may be extended. From what I am hearing, I'm trying to stay on top of all of this. It sounds like it's just kind of evolving and it might be extended. Again, at time of filming, I don't know. Does your group all need to be in the park to get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance? Fantastic question. Yes, they do. Every single member of your party needs to be in the park to get that boarding pass. Also, you want to link everyone to your My Disney experience so everyone can, click that button at the same time, and then you can get in the earliest group possible. Also, I recommend at least 5 minutes before park opening, just so the system kind of knows that you're in the park. Try not to do it like 30 seconds prior, because it just takes a minute for the magic band to register in the park. It just a little extra time never hurts. Hi Michael, I wonder the best way to get into Trader Sam's. Any tips? Very good question. I recommend earlier if possible, but usually you can get a walk-up reservation at Trader Sam's. Longest I've seen in recent days, about 45 minutes, maybe an hour wait, but that's about it. Also, they have the outside seating area, which you can enjoy as well, but it's worth the wait. It is. If you could add a country to Epcot's World Showcase, which would you add and why? A very good question. I like the idea of Brazil. I think that sounds great. There are a lot of other ones that they definitely could add. Sub-Saharan Africa, I've heard Israel, I've heard a few others, but there are a lot of different options on the table. I think Brazil would make a lot of sense. When will I come to Disneyland again? Such a good question. It's definitely going to be this year, 2020. I want to go out to Disneyland and see the Avengers campus. Maybe it's opening, maybe it's after opening, I don't know yet, but definitely again in 2020. What is your favorite thing about the Imagineering story? Great question. I love the fact that they are totally raw and real. Like everything you want to know, like, oh, this was a horrible failure, it didn't go right at all, but we fixed it later on. They were real, they were honest, they told us exactly how it was, and knowing how that process comes through is fantastic to me. How do you feel not being able to visit the Disney World parks for the next few weeks? Let me tell you, it's only been a few days. I'm already starting to be like, oh my gosh, I miss it. I miss it so much, but that's how I know I'm in the right spot. This is good. This is proof for me. And okay, good. This is the right decision, but I miss them. Oh my gosh, I miss the Disney parks, and it's been a few days. Wow. Do I think they'll open back up up in April. Hard to believe they're canceling the college program. I want to mention the college program. You know, there are amazing students in the college program who really make magic every single day. And I know that the cancellation of the college program took a lot of folks by surprise. And I gave it a lot of thought. I thought to myself, oh no, it's sad for a lot of those folks who are, really do an amazing job every day. But you got to think about it in terms of health of everyone. The college program students are in rooms, and there are a lot of them in each room, sleeping every single night. Just imagine one of them gets sick, and then I would as a, maybe if I was a parent of a college student, I would say I really, that does not sound that safe. So I think Disney did what they did and canceled the program for the safety of the college students. I believe that's why they did it. It makes a lot of sense to me when you think about it that way, but I don't want to understate how much we appreciate everyone in the college program. You make magic every day. I do wish the college program didn't have to be canceled, but I understand why it was, for everyone's health and safety, and we're looking forward to seeing those college students again come back. So, maybe it ended now. Hopefully we'll get a chance to come back as well, because we really appreciate you. What would be your top picks of things to do for a quick weekend trip to Disney? For me, it's the latest and greatest. Mickey and Minnie's, Rise the Resistance, go experience Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land, anything that's new, I want to go and experience those things. That would be me. I love it. What activity, ride, show, parade has made the best memories for you? Such a good question. I kind of want to say the Main Street Electrical Parade. I miss it, and there are some really strong memories that I have tied in with that soundtrack and kind of seeing it as a family. There's so many good ones with that one. On that note, I'd love to see another nighttime parade. I know a lot of friends are with me there. Raise your hand if you're looking forward to a nighttime parade in the comments, but yes. 50th anniversary, right? Cross my fingers. At Starbucks locations, do you have to wait in long lines just to get water? Really good question. It depends on the Starbucks, I've found. Sometimes, especially at Hollywood Studios, they'll have kind of like a jug of water like on the side where you can just kind of fill up with one of the disposable cups that they have, and they say not to refill, the cups, just get a new one. But some of the areas like Magic Kingdom and I guess Epcot for now, you would have to stand in line to get water. It depends on the day and what's the style of that day. Did you see the picture circulating of the castle pink color? It looks really pink. I saw it in person. I'm going to post a picture here. I thought it looks great. It's coming along. The paint is fantastic. Really vivid to my eye. It's like a strong blue. I think it looks fantastic. I haven't seen the pink yet, so I'll go back when it opens back up. I'll take a look at it, but from what I saw, it looks great. Now that you live there and drive in each day, do you think it's worth the extra money to stay on property? Good question. Yes, I do. I really, really do. I love staycations. So even though I live in the area, I still go on staycations because I love staying on property that much. So it goes to show how valuable it is to me. Do you think they're going to be working on the castle update while the park is closed? A very good question, and I've heard this one and other ones about different construction projects around Disney. I would imagine they probably will not, depending on the size of the team needed to kind of do the construction. If it's a small team, perhaps they will continue forward. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 people and they're not kind of interacting with other people, they're distancing themselves except for the job that they're doing, perhaps, but I would imagine Disney will kind of push these things back just a little bit to make sure everyone stays safe and well. What are you looking forward to with the new cruise ship, the Disney Wish? Oh, I'm so excited about it. I can't begin to tell you how excited I am. Apparently it's a whole new style of cruising. There's going to be a new lobby, definitely new character outfits, new dining experiences, and of course that stop at Eleuthera, the new Disney private island or kind of peninsula. It's going to be spectacular. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Cannot wait. Since a lot of entertainment options have been canceled, do you foresee new ones? And I feel really sad about those. I'm going to miss the drummers and the band in Canada so much, but things move forward. I have a feeling maybe this was already in the works, or perhaps for safety reasons. It's hard to know right now why these things are now canceled, but do I think there'll be new ones? Yes, I do. I think that's part of the evolution of Epcot, which is why maybe this was kind of in the works already, but I do expect new ones in the future. How does your resort refillable mug work when you're not staying there? Do you pay every refill? Really good question. Actually, just buy that resort refillable mug for $20 for the plastic ones, $30 for the aluminum ones, and then you get refills for 2 weeks. So it works for 2 weeks. Even though you're not staying at the resort or any of the resorts, you can still purchase it. There's no limit. You can go out whenever it opens and purchase those mugs again. No problem at all. In your opinion, what attraction could use the most refurbishment at Disney? And I'm implying that we're not talking about attractions that are already under refurbishment. I'm going to say Figment. I love Figment. It definitely could use some improvements. Not taking away Figment, and I don't think they're going to do that, but some improvements for sure. When's the best time to go to Disney World? Very good question. I do recommend right around that September time period, if possible. Really nice. You got food and wine and lower crowds, but the low crowd season that I know you're probably looking for, it doesn't really exist the way it used to anymore. Disney World is extremely popular, but you never know. These things vary quite a bit. The key is to try and avoid maybe 3-day weekends and those summer breaks, spring breaks. That way you'll avoid the most intense crowds. That way you get like a little bit less intense crowds. Hollywood Studios Fast Pass question. Do you pick Slinky Dog or Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? For me, it's probably Mickey and Minnie's, but both of them are fantastic. What do you think the 5th gate will be? Theme, size, location? Very good question. My friend Jack, DSNY Newscast, was talking about this just a little bit in terms of where it could go, and he mentioned the ESPN Wide World of Sports. It's a very smart idea. Kind of the land's already graded, ready for something. Hard to know. Maybe. The theme, I'm still thinking Marvel, and I know what you're thinking, Michael. They can't bring Marvel over here because of that contract east of the Mississippi. I know. But imagine Disney works out that contract. They kind of work the deal out. Then it could be Marvel. That would be my guess. That would be what I'd like, but hard to know where it will be or when it will come around. You recently said your favorite ship was the Wonder. Can you list the reasons? Just curious. Of course, good question. I like that smaller ship feel. Feels a lot more intimate. Of course, the side view jacuzzis on the larger ships, those are even better in my opinion. But somehow you get more of that close-knit feel. Feels like a really strong, close-knit community when you don't have as many people on board the ship and a castaway key. You kind of know everyone really fast. Cast members, team members, crew members, and several guests. It's fantastic, but all 4 ships at the moment, there are going to be more coming soon, are amazing. Michael, any chance Tower of Terror will get the Guardians of the Galaxy makeover? It has not crossed my mind recently, but could it happen? It could. It definitely could, especially because they're doing Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. Could they bring it to Hollywood Studios? Maybe. I don't know. I love the Tower of Terror, but I know that the opinions on this are going to be split. Should we change the tower? Should we leave it classic? I can see both sides of that one. Can you go around and vlog what you can do at Walt Disney World while the parks are closed? I thought about it, I did give it some thought, but for social distancing, to kind of keep everyone healthy, I think I'm going to avoid that as much as possible. It's possible that I'll go out maybe once or twice, just, when I really got to get out there, maybe see Disney Springs or the resorts, but I'm trying to resist that. I really am. I want to do my part for social distancing just to make this go away as fast as possible so we can get back into the parks. What is your favorite country in Epcot? Oh my gosh, such a difficult question. How can I answer this question? Okay, of course, a spot goes to the American Adventure Pavilion right up front. I've got a lot of American pride, but I don't know, Japan, France, Germany, outside of that, top 3, let's just say that. They're all amazing though. Italy, it's hard to do. It really is, but they're all fantastic. If you think back to when you would vacation at the parks, what was your touring strategy? Good question. Usually it was sun up to sundown and beyond. We wake up really early, get those fast passes, go at rope drop, experience as many rides as possible, see the shows that I loved, go back to those dining experiences that I truly enjoy, and just take it all in. And it was always this, go as fast as you can. But as we got closer and closer to moving to the area, we did start to slow down on those vacations too, and I love the slow down pace too. It just comes down to you. Have you ever rented bikes or a Surrey bike at the resorts? We have done it at Saratoga and Beach Club. Sounds amazing. Yes, I have. The Surrey bike, when I was a really young kid, I think actually either David or Michelle set up in that front basket of the Surrey bike. That's how long ago it was, and it was magical. It was so magical. We'll definitely be renting bikes or Surrey bikes again. Favorite part about Galaxy's Edge, blue or green milk? By the way, I'm going to say blue milk today, but favorite part, I'm going to say the ride, Rise of Resistance, no question, but outside of the ride, just for the sake of today, the Ronto wrap, Ronto roasters, and the theming of Oga's Cantina. But Galaxy's Edge in total, 2 thumbs up from me. Where did your love of Disney come from? Very good question. I have loved Disney since before I was born. My mom brought me to Disney for years. We'd visit my grandparents here in Florida when they were around, and in California, my grandparents lived there as well, on 2 different sides of the family. family, and we just created family memories together, and I've loved it since before I was born, and then through childhood and adulthood, continue to love it. And even just being away from the parks for a few days here after living here, I miss it so much. That's how much I love Disney. I miss it after a few days. What are you going to miss most about Epcot? I'm guessing you mean about the refurbishment to Epcot, not the fact that it's closed right now. I'm going to say the original Spaceship Earth. Of course, it has not closed yet, but we imagine it will be very soon. I will miss the original, looking forward to the updated version. I'm also thinking about Ellen's Energy Adventure. That's a classic that I will definitely miss. And that kind of entryway for Future World. It's closed now, the total change there. I will miss that, and the soundtrack that goes with Future World. Oh, so many memories. Not necessarily about Disney, but do you ever plan on going to an international Disney park? Yes, I do, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to Tokyo Disneyland, Disney Sea. Also looking forward to Euro Disney, and of course the ones in China in the future. We'll get there one day in the future, but those are on my mind for sure. What would your top 3 Disney jobs be if you could choose? Such a good question. I would say all 3 will probably revolve around video or sharing in the magic online with friends. I just love it. I love to be able to kind of share it all with you, whether that means interviewing cast members for those media days or kind of sharing my reactions to how I like the cruise or this style of cruising. Whatever it is, I hope it would be with video and sharing in the magic with you, because for me that's makes me smile every day. Thinking about moving to Florida, how can I avoid weight gain with all of the tempting snacks? Very good question. Very good question. One I'm still trying to figure out, as you can tell. The key is to try and, for me anyway, have that protein item like before you leave the house and then go out to Disney. Then you're not as hungry for some of those treats. That's kind of a trick that I've learned. Also, smaller portions more frequently. Tough to do when you go to Disney like all day, but that is another strategy. So try those, and night blossoms not every week. That's another key there. Where would you like to see the Skyliner be expanded? Love your videos, by the way. Thank you so much, Tristan. Really appreciate that. I'd love to see it expanded to Animal Kingdom. That one is the highest priority for me. It needs to be connected. Once it is, all 4 parks will be connected via gondola or monorail, and it would be magical. I really hope we see that in the future. Cross your fingers. Last up, do you miss vacationing at Walt Disney World? Very good question. I miss some parts of the anticipation, kind of the build-up, the fact that you haven't been there in so long. It's extra special, extra magical, but I wouldn't trade what we have now for anything. I wouldn't. I love it so much, being able to go frequently, see these changes as they happen, and we vacation now at maybe Disneyland or Disney Cruise Line, other Disney destinations. I love living here and expanding, branching out to other Disney destinations. We're going to do even more of that in the future as well. Thanks again so much for sending in all of your questions. I truly appreciate it. If you didn't see your question and you asked one today, don't worry, more live streams and more Q&As in the future. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.